So we are here. I'm still kind of tilting about being number 5 in chips and having 2 millions in chips, and then 2 millions in chips yesterday, and then only making it to the first break. Not happy about that result at all. I mean, I made some money, but not that much, and obviously higher expectations for that day, especially going into the day with all the chips I did. But, you know, 2 more weeks, I might get over it. But I might have to try to pretty quick here, because today we play the $1,000 buy-in PLO Mystery Brown Tea Tournament. And I really hope, I'm doing the trick, I'm waiting till the last second to see if that matters. I'm hoping I'm not in that stupid room with 10 people, and I hope we're not 10-handed again. So I guess we'll find out. So maybe there's something to that last second thing, because I'm over in Paris Black now, which is good. I did not want to end up in that frickin' area where everyone's scrunched together, and it's just, that room sucks. It's cold, but it's not even the temperature, it's just the fact that all the tables are so close together, and they squeeze everyone together 10-handed, and it makes it for no fun. It's miserable, because you're just constantly bumping the guy next to you, and it gets old. And then I had yesterday, actually, here's a quick tell, I had a real big guy sitting next to me, so we're squished as it is, but he has a shaky leg going on, like bump. He can't help but shake his leg. I'm like, can you stop shaking your leg for a second? And then shake. And then I asked, like, move over, like, hey, we have no room, we can't move over. I'm like, I know, I get it, we're all scrunched in. I said, I'm not trying to be an a-hole, but it's just like, you know, I was trying to get him to move over a little, and it was even, what isn't even pushed up against him as much as it was, he has that shaky leg, constantly hitting me. Oh my God. Try playing poker with that going on. All right, so this is a really good structure, and 40-minute levels, 40,000 in chips. It's there's actual play, which is unusual for a PLO tournament. It seems like, and some interesting hands. One, I bluffed off like 20,000 in chips to a guy with he raised pre-flop. I called, and I think, well, he might have 3-bet, and I called, and the flop came like ace deuce 5 or ace deuce 6, something like that. And I had a pair and a straight draw, so I ended up check calling. The turn brought me like a higher 2 pair and a backdoor flush draw, and I had the straight draw. So I check, he bets pot, I call. The river brought in a Broadway card, and also Broadway card. So I'm sorry, it was like ace 10 deuce something. So the king came on the river. So obvious Broadway came in, and so I thought, well, I can easily rep this. So I potted it just as a total bluff, because I'm like, I think he's got like aces, and he can't call when the obvious Broadway comes in, right? When I'm calling these big bets, I could have Broadway. Makes sense to have Broadway draw and a flush draw. I wish that my hand would record, but I can't record the hands and listen to music at the same time. We'll get into that in a second. So I ended up bluffing, and the guy goes all in. Well, obviously he had the Broadway draw, so I ended up folding. Since I could have Broadway, he's not bluffing there. He has Broadway, so I fold. So a number of interesting hands. I have Mr. Wannabe Mark Cabral next to me, who's, you can tell he's got the same accent, and he's like, all in, haha, it's funny, PLO, because it's only pot, all in, pre-flop, every hand. And I'm like, after the 7th time in a row, I'm like, dude, okay, this is kind of cute at first, but it's getting a little old now. And then he's like, what, you have a problem with me? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, here we go, one of these fucking annoying fuckers on my cable. So, then we get another guy sit down, he's like yelling at the dealer, because he wants the dealer to announce how many people are in the hand every single time. Like, he can't look and pay attention. So anyway, it's just headphones, so I gotta wear my headphones. Otherwise these people drive me crazy. So I'm gonna put my headphones in. The problem is, when I get my headphones working, I can't record. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that so that I can listen to music and record. So unfortunately I wasn't able to have these hands to show you, which I wanted to do, because of the issue with the listening to music at the same time. So If any of you know how to do that, let me know how to listen to music and record on my phone at the same time. That's it. I am at even stack. I would have a lot more, but like I said, I ran a big bluffed a bunch of them off. And then right before I ended the break, I raised, but I didn't pot it on the button. The big blind repotted it. I called. I had ace 5 deuce deuce with not diamonds. Questionable. Called it the 3-bet, but it's just the two of us. I'm in position. I call. Flop comes king, queen, king, jack, deuce, rainbow. So he could have a set here. We'll see what happens. He checked. He might be playing a higher set tricky. I checked. King, jack, deuce. Turn was an offsuit, nothing. Didn't really change the board. He bet pot. I called. Turn was, actually 10 came in. Nothing, yeah, right. Turn came out 10. No, actually, take it back. See, it helps if I remember hands, right? King, jack, deuce. Check. He might have bet something small. No, I think it was check. Dude, turn, check. Or he bet small, and I called, something like that. The pot was not very big, so he probably checked. The river, yeah, he checked. We're going to check all the way to the river. The river was a 10, paired the board. And he checked again, and obviously, I mean, he's got to have the, not a boat, obviously, right? So I ended up full potting it. He tanked for a little while, and he called me, and I was good. So that brought me back up to starting stack. That's it. That's all I got to talk about right now. I'm trying to get this thing to work so I can actually show the hands like a regular vlog. But I got to have my music going. Jeez, oh Pete's, man. Everyone's freaking... Usually PLO is supposed to be fun. Like half our table is just a bunch of assholes. One guy's yelling at the dealer. I'm like, dude, quit giving the dealer a hard time. It's a nice Asian lady. She's getting frustrated because he's like yelling at the dealer. It's like... And then the guy... was an all-in and call. I called the guy in the last hand, and he was all angry when I snap called him. He didn't want to show his hand. I'm like, he has to show his hand. It's an all-in and call. And then the dealer started to turn over for me. He's like, no. I'm like, you have to, dude. And he wouldn't have it. So when the floor came over, what's going on? And I'm like, dude, it's an all-in and call. He has to table his hand. And the guy was just going ballistic, all mad at the dealer, all mad, and flipping her off. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Grow up a little bit. You know, some of these foreign guys are just something else. So, anyway. After all that bullshit nonsense drama, we have 100 and some thousand in chips. We did really good just mainly because of that last hand. I raised on the button with queen, jack, 10, double suited. This guy who got angry, he 3-bet me to 10,000. I only have like 50,000 in my stack, but I'm not folding this too good a hand in position to not see a flop. So I see a flop. Flop comes queen, 8, deuce with 2 hearts. So I have top pair in the flush draw. He pots it, and I was like, you know what, this is most of my chips. But I'm like, I can't fold here because I know he's got an overpair. Yes, he could overpair hearts, but you know, I have too many outs here with top pair and a flush draw. And I had a gutter too. It was queen 8 and I had jack 10 in my hand, so can't fold that. So I called. The turn was another queen. So he jams all in. I figure he's got an overpair. I snap call, and that turned into that bullshit drama. And I held. So that was the big double up for me, which got me from like 55,000 to like 110 or a little bit more than that. So yeah, it was a big hand for me. So, and nonsense bullshit drama on 2-year-olds, but what a great tournament as far as just you get a lot of PLO play. I really like that. It's like, if you like PLO, like 40,000 in chips, 40-minute level, there's tons of play, which is I've never seen before in a PLO tournament. Usually you have to double up the first hand to play, otherwise you're done. And I was pleasantly surprised with the structure of this tournament. So, yeah. And then I had a hand, it was a big pot as well, where guy 3-bet, call, like, and I was like, okay, I'll call. and I had not even that great a hand, ace-8 something. I didn't have that great of a hand, but I called just because of the insane implied odds. And the flop come ace-8-3 with 2 diamonds. If he's got aces, the guy's got aces. I am not checking in the small blind first act with all these people to let a free turn card come out. So I bet close to pot and everyone folding. And then, yeah, and then that big hand at the end there. So, I tell you, that's it. Guys, I am running phenomenal. I am just winning. There's all these huge, big pots, and I'm winning every one of them, it seems like. And so, yeah, really good start. One guy, what a dick, guy next to me. He's like, oh, you're sitting here clicking buttons and you're getting lucky. Yeah, I'm clicking buttons. I don't know what I'm doing. Come on. Like, I went in and put my money in the top set when 5 people were all in. Or not top set, second set. And he's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, what, really? You wouldn't put your money in the second set? Come on. Especially everyone else is not that deep. The only guy I was concerned about was the guy behind me. But all those people, and I thought maybe someone else, probably odds are someone else has top set or top pair. So the odds of him having top set. Plus, I'm still not that hurt. I mean, it would hurt me, but if he happened to have higher set. So straight game on the turn, draw heavy board, queen 9 deuce. Turn was a 10. I think when one guy hit the straight, and then of course then the deuce hit the river. So I boated up on the river in 9's full. So yeah, I have 280,000 in chips, that kind of ballpark. So really good start. I'm just surprised how much people are just shoveling in. I think it's getting to the point though now at 9 levels where a lot of people are like, they're kind of short with respect to the blinds, so they're just going with it. So there's these 30,000 pots, even though the blinds are 1,000, 1,500. There's a ton of people that are just shoveling in, or not even that much, 4-8. But people just shoveling in 30 grand like it's nothing, and it's like I'm catching hands when they do it and holding. I'm running good, no doubt about it. I love it. Love it when you run good. Poker's a lot funner when you run good. So that's it. And got a break. And I made a terrible fold, I think. I had ace king 5-5, ace king of clubs, and the flop came queen of clubs, jack of clubs, like deuce of hearts, something like that. I checked through the pre-flop raiser. I'm going to check call here. I think it's checked through. Turn was like a king, not a king. It's king. Well, it was queen jack. Turn was like a 10. I didn't have top 2. I just had a top pair. But obvious straight came in. King 10 was obvious straight. That's what it was. Queen jack. Turn was an ace. It's coming back to me. Queen jack, turn was an ace. So king 10 came in. So I had top pair with so any club, I got the nuts, and any 10, I got the Broadway. And there was a new guy that just sat down. He potted it after everyone checked. I have a feeling he probably had just backdoor spades. Horrible fold by me. I folded, but I think it was a bad fold by me. Maybe not. I think it was. Because even if I'm wrong and he doesn't have what I thought he probably might have had, wasn't sure, then I had a lot of outs. So, but unfortunately, I folded. I think I should have called there. Only hand I can think of. The other one's just like the 9's full hand. I can't think of the other hands right now off the top of my head. Okay, in hindsight, when I hit the 9's full on the river, the guy behind me had like 40,000 or something like that. The pot was like 120,000, something like that. But he hit about something like that, and maybe more like 60. But when I hit that boat on the river, I just bet it, and he folded. And I'm thinking, boy, that was dumb. I really should have checked to him to induce a bluff out of him. The fact of the matter is, he could have queens full, he could have quad deuces, and that's only 2 hands that beat me, but he could easily have both of those. So, for the price I'm getting, there's no way in hell I'm folding. Since this was such a huge pot, and I'm still okay in the tournament. So, but I should have checked to induce him to bluff. Hindsight, I wish I had checked that. And yeah. So a little tip here that I will share with you guys. I tell you, people just don't get out of the way. I go slowly with the beeper going. They still just walk right in. I'm like, okay, if I run into you, I run into you. People just don't give a shit. No excuse me when they bump you. It's fucking prick at the table, turn around and saying, he's calling me a fish. And then when I beat him in the hand twice in a row, I'll play him. I'm like, okay, well, when you play me in hand, you can call me a fish. You're not good enough to call me a fish, I told him. I mean, there's so much bickering and 2-year-old bullshit and name calling and, oh yeah, you just took them away. You see what you're doing. Fucking, I've never seen so many 2-year-olds at a PLO table. They're fucking crybabies, man, douchebags. You thought they never played cards of PLO before at all. I mean, it's just, anyway. My point, I'll get around to here. People are pissing me off. A bunch of fucking assholes. All these poker players, most of them. Some nice ones, about 10% of them. Restaurant, nice. To put it lightly, nicely. I turned around and what I was going to say. God, I lost my train of thought here. What I was going to say is that I am playing a lot of hands pre-flop. I'm doing a lot of limping with a lot of hands, although they're decent hands. I'm not limping garbage. And this asshole is like, playing only 10% of hands and stuff. You have to limp with a lot of hands that aren't necessarily the best PLO hands. You should in these lineups because most of the players are horrible and they're just getting in with anything. So you have so much implied odds, it's not funny. Like they're not folding king high flushes, So you want to call with the ace 7 3 deuce with nut spades if it's for a limp, because if you hit your flush, you're getting paid by the guy with the king high flush who's not folding, and your $1,000 call could be a $40,000 by the river easy. So the implied odds are so good because the players are bad. So that's my tip: is play shit, all kinds of shit at this point in the tournament against these players. Now, if you're a final table, there's a lot better players. It's a different story. Maybe you'd probably tighten up your pre-flop range. But under this condition, with these players, and the implied odds values, you don't want to be folding a whole lot pre-flop if you got really any kind of a semblance of a hand, in my opinion. Well, I've been playing horrible. I'm down to like 120,000 at chips, and honestly, it's my own damn fault. I'm just really tired, and it's getting to me. And right before break, I dumped up 80 grand. Chasing an open ender when the guy raised on the flop. Stupid. So, I mean, he didn't make a very big raise. He made a small raise. It was like 10, super small bet, 8, 9, 6. I had 7, 8, 6. The guy made it 35,000, just a small amount, which is pretty tricky by him. Because he get it around to me and I only have to call 25 more. And then behind there, he's got like another 27 behind. So he didn't pot it on the turn, which is taking a gamble that I don't hit my draw. But I have to figure out the math. Maybe I was getting the right price. But I don't know. I just chased only an open ender. He had a set. And I missed that. And then there's a young kid. I'm like, I like you. I'll give you action. Well, I had 9-9-4-4 double suited. I know he had aces. I don't know if that's smart. Well, to call the flop, I think it's okay, as long as you don't have my suits covered. And then, basically, on the flop, I only had my 4 outs to hit a set or a back row flush draw. So I didn't have much at all going on. With 5 outs, should I call when he bet half pot? Probably not. 2 cards to come. I'm going to double check the math on that. But again, I'm gambling a lot, taking flips and shit where I don't need to. I got a shit ton of chips. Why am I taking flips, doubling people up and stuff? I mean, it's a tournament, not a cash game. I don't need to get involved. I'm playing it like a cash game or worse. And just chip up and don't take those 50-50 spots. There's no reason I needed to call when at best I'm flipping. I know the guy has aces. Just fold. I don't... So I 80 grand here, 100 grand there. I had another hand where basically I chased an open ender with diamonds given on the turn. And I had an overdid second pair, which I thought if I hit my set I was good. So I basically called, but the diamonds came in, and I figured I could maybe rep diamonds. Well, the diamonds came in on the river, and he checked to me. I bet pot. He called me pretty quickly. He had diamonds, so he trapped me. As far as he checked when diamonds came in, he had a wrap and a flush draw. And odds are, if that's part of his range, there's big draws with diamonds, which it obviously is, then yeah, I shouldn't call with just an open end around the turn. I need to just fold. So, just not happy with my play at all. That's it. I'm gonna grab some food, lay down, and go from there. So anyway, I'm gonna turn around and just lay down. I'm making mistakes. I'm just tired and out of it, and I don't know. Maybe I'm getting sick too. So I think that's affecting. I was playing well earlier, and now just not feeling the best. I'm tired, and it's just. I think it's affecting. Yeah, it's definitely affecting my play. I'm just making way too many calls when I shouldn't be. Not playing very well. So I'm only down to 120,000 when I had over 300,000 hours ago at the last break. So yeah, hopefully I can rest a little bit, feel better, and try to play better here. Last break, we're like 30 from day 2 back in the money. I only got like 140,000 in chips, which is not much at all. It basically is made too many mistakes. I came back from like 120 up to like 200, and then I had one hand where I had queen jack, it was queen jack 8-7 with a suit or something, and being the way things are right now, I'm not sure if I should have raised, but on the button I guess it's all right. But Josh kind of got been chatting with a lot. Cross for me, he ends up limp calling. Flop comes ace ace deuce with 2 hearts. I have the flush draw. He checks me, I bet small, he calls. I'm like, okay, crap, he's a type player, he's got an ace. Turns a heart, check, check, river, check, check. I had a flush. Queen high flush, he had a king high flush. One of those spots where I could think about bluffing, but when you got so short on chips, it's, you hate to do it. And then, I don't know, probably would have worked with him. I had a hand where I called with ace 9-8-6 of the suited to the ace. Questionable whether I should call that for a raise, just considering how short I am. But I bet call, and then the guy who came in was one of the final tablist guy, the real tall, lanky guy. He ends up, I'm forgetting his name, but he ends up potting it. The other guy calls, and I fold, obviously. And they both had Broadway, and then he backed into a backdoor flush. But yeah, just I'm really short right now. Sucks. So there's not a whole lot I can do besides sit back and kind of just. I think I'm just going to wait to try to eke into the money. Pretty much fold anything and everything except for I had decent aces. I just potted it under the gun because if I have something like that, I'm going to play it. And then I raised on the button, and that guy called, a lanky guy, and then lanky guy, I can't think of his name, and a flop top set, and he checked, I bet pot. It was 2 clubs on the board. Now, there's been a couple of situations where I probably should bet less for value, but it's just like, oh, take it down. I don't know. I probably should bet a little less. But betting pot, I guess it's not horrible on PLO. But heads up, maybe I could have bet less. But either way. And then I made a fucking $20,000 mistake where it got limped around. I called with a hand, and it's probably a hand I shouldn't even play. But flop come 8-3-3, and with 2 hearts. And I thought I had a 3 in my head. I had like ace, king, 10-8 or something like that, but I thought it was 10. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking the 8 was a 3. Don't ask me why. Double check, look at my hand, especially if I'm getting tired, and it's possible I can make a mistake like that, because I did. I thought I had trips. So I bet 20,000 into a bunch of people. The guy called me with kings of heart, and he never even raised. Everyone folded. So probably some people are trying to just get into the money as well, because I don't know why you wouldn't raise kings there. Decent kings with the hearts, but pre-flop. If he had, I would have just gotten out of there pre. But anyway, I thought I had a 3 trips, and then he called, and I was like, I went back. I'm like, wait a minute. I looked back at my hand. I'm like, fuck, I don't have a 3. So I just shut down. I gave up. I wasn't gonna bluff at it. I guess I could have, but geez, what a dumb mistake, you know. Misreading my hand right now. So I don't know. We'll see. We're 30 from the money, so we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, I was hoping to have to do a lot better. I just, yeah, did not do very well, or really play very well, because there's just, I know I'm a little rusty in Omaha. I haven't played it much lately, and really at all much lately. So anyway, but yeah. Unfortunately, I'm really short, so I'm just gonna probably just see if I can hopefully squeak into the money for tomorrow. 30 people away. All right, so we made the money. On to day 2. Nothing really exciting to talk about. I really didn't play a single hand since the last break, except the guy raised to 21,000 under the gun, and I noticed he raised pretty light, like Ace Jack 7-5 or something, which is ridiculous since he was short. But apparently he doesn't care about the money. He just, I don't know what he's doing, honestly. But he raised, and but this time he potted it and under the gun. I looked on at King 3 Deuce double suited. So double suited kings, I can repot it and get it in right here, and it's actually fine. But I'm 5 away from the money, and there's a bunch of super short stacks. So I ended up just calling. I'm not going to fold, but I ended up just calling because. Yeah, just because I'm 5 from the money. So I ended up just calling. And now my 120 is down to 100,000 in chips. That's all I got. And flop come like 10-7 deuce. He potted it. I folded. Other guy called and stuff. I don't even recall what they had. But yeah, so I folded. And that was it. People were taking a little bit. But it didn't take long for the people to bust. But that's what happened here. So we're in the money. Nothing exciting. So see you all tomorrow.